Okay, the next unit in data modeling. Data modeling is still funny to me. Okay, create object relationships. Learning objectives. After completing this unit, you'll be able to define the different types of object relationships and their typical use cases. Create or modify a lookup relationship. Create or modify a master detail relationship. What are object relationships? Sounds like the beginning of like a geometry joke. Now that we're comfortable with objects and fields, barely, because you make fields on objects. Fields go on objects. It's not the intuitive way that you would think of it, but that's okay. It's time to take things to the next level with object relationships. Object relationships are a special field type that connects two objects together. Okay, let's think about an object like account. If a sales rep opens an account, they've probably been talking to a few people at that account's company. They probably made contacts like executives or IT managers and stored those contacts' information in Salesforce. It makes sense then that there should be a relationship between the account object and the contact object. And there is. When you look at an account record in Salesforce, that's the row, you can see that there's a section for contacts on the Related tab. You can also see that there is a button that lets you quickly add a contact to an account. Okay, so Edge Communications is the account. You can add a new contact. And then Related, you could see who's also on this. Okay. That's cool. The account to contact relationship is an example of a standard relationship in Salesforce. But like objects and fields, you can build custom relationships as well. Okay, so you could build a custom field, you could build a custom object, you could build a custom relationship. It might be complicated. In the last unit, you created two objects, property and offer. Wouldn't it be great if all the offers made at home showed up on its record in Salesforce? But we do that. Let's talk about the different kinds of relationships you can create in Salesforce. The wide world of object relationships. There are two types of object relationships, lookup and master detail. In our account to contact example above, the relationship between the two objects is a lookup relationship. A lookup relationship essentially links two objects together so you can look up one object from the related items on another object. Lookup relationships can be one-to-one or one-to-many. The account to contact relationship is a one-to-many because a single account can have many related contacts. For our dream house scenario, you could create a one-to-one relationship between the property object and a home seller object. Home seller. I'm not clear on why that's a one-to-one relationship. Because there's only one property. And there's only one home seller. There's only one home seller for one property. Is that true? Okay, that's something about real estate I just don't know. Well, master detail relationships. While lookup relationships are very casual, master detail relationships are a bit tighter. In this type of relationship, one object is the master and another is the detail. Again, you normally don't think of a master and a detail going together. The master object controls certain behaviors of the detail object. I feel like this would make sense if you started learning databases first and then started learning Salesforce. Because these terms feel like they come from some other universe. Like, who can view the details data? Okay. For example, let's say the owner of a property wanted to take their home off the market. I said it. Dreamhouse wouldn't want to keep any offers made on that property. With the master detail relationship between property and offer, you can delete the property and all its associated offers from your system. I don't know that you'd want to delete the property from the system. You still want the property to be in the system, just that it's off the market. And I would think that the history of the offers that were made on the property would still be relevant, because down the road, if that property ever gets listed again, that the offers give you a point of view as to what the market at that time was willing to pay for it. So it would help with pricing. Okay. More on relationships. Just like in real life, relationships are complicated. I'm so happy they said that. Here's a bit more information to help you differentiate between lookup and master detail relationships. Typically, you use lookup relationships when objects are only related in some cases. Sometimes the contact is associated with a specific account, but sometimes it's just a contact. Objects in lookup relationships usually work as standalone objects and have their own tabs in the user interface. In a master detail relationship, the detail object doesn't work as a standalone. It's highly dependent on its master. On the master. Misread that. In fact, if a record on a master object is deleted, all its deleted records are deleted as well. When you're creating master detail relationships, you can always create the relationship field on the detail object. When you're creating master detail relationships, you can always create a relationship field on the detail object. You can always create a relationship field. Create fields on objects. Finally, you could run into a third relationship called a hierarchical relationship. Hierarchical relationships are a special type of lookup relationship. The main difference between the two is that a hierarchical relationship are only available on the user object. You can use them for things like creating management chains between users. When you start adding relationships between objects, I feel like there's a whole universe of inappropriate humor that could be cracked on any one of these. When you start adding relationships between objects, remember that you're increasing the complexity of your data model. That's not a bad thing, but be extra cautious when you do things like change and delete objects, records, or fields. Check out the resource section for more information on relationship behaviors. Okay, we're ready to jump back in with Angelo and build some relationships for Dreamhouse app. Let's say Dreamhouse wanted a way to track users who favorite properties on their website. This feature can help Dreamhouse real estate brokers reach out to potential homebuyers. Okay, what are we trying to do? Dreamhouse wanted a way to track users who favorite properties on their website. Okay, I favorite stuff on Zillow all the time, so I get this. This feature can help Dreamhouse real estate brokers reach out to potential home buyers. Okay, I wouldn't want them to do that, but To start, create an object called favorite with a data field set to auto number. The display format is this, and the starting number is 1. If you need a reminder how to create objects, check the previous unit. Okay. Pause for a second. Okay, and we're back. So we've got my resourceful badger ready, and we're going to start off with creating an object called favorite with a data field. Okay, so we got to go setup. Excuse me. Object manager. Custom object. And then we're going to call it favorite. With a data type field set to auto. I don't know where I do that. Do I do that now? Okay, there's favorite. Data type. Oh, there we go. Send to auto number. Okay, I missed it. And set field to auto number. And the display format is A dash, and the starting number is 1. Okay, if you need a reminder on how to create objects, check the previous unit. I don't. Thanks. I'm cool. I mean, if you need a reminder, that's also cool, but I just feel cool. I did something nerdy. We're going to create 2 custom relationship fields on the favorite object. We're going to create 2 custom relationship fields on the favorite object. First, let's create a lookup relationship that lists the users who favorite a property. Okay, from setup, go to Object Manager, Favorite. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking at. On the sidebar, click Fields and Relationships. Got it. Let's open this up a little bit. Click New. We're now creating a field on an object. Choose Lookup Relationship. Lookup Relationship. There it is. And click Next. For related to, choose Contact. For the purpose of Dreamhouse, contact represents the potential home buyers. Okay. For field name, click contact, and these are, I'm just going to make a note in here. And in my help task, I'm actually going to put in first name, last name. Just because I feel like doing that. And click next, next, and save anew. Next. 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 Specify the title of the related list will have. Specify the title that the related list will have and all the layouts associated with the parent. Specify the title the related list will have and all favorites. Select the page layout. Okay, I want this in all these pages. Save anew. Okay. Now we're going to create a master detail relationship. Now we're going to create a second relationship field. We want a master detail relationship where property is the master and favorite is the detail. We want a master detail relationship where property is the master and favorite is the detail. Oh man. You might be my favorite, but I'm still your... Okay. Darling, you might be my favorite, but I am still your master. Property is the master. I own you. Okay, God, this is so... Property is the master and favorite is the detail. Second relationship field. Okay. Choose master detail relationship and click next. Oh, there it is. Let's read this. Creates a special type of parent-child relationship. I don't know that I like the parent detail relationship to be described as a parent-child relationship. The child or detail. What kid are you? I'm kid number 3. Yeah. And another object, the parent or the master. Sometimes my kids call me God, like God Dad. Just master, parent, God Dad. It's usually with a different pronunciation, but okay. My goodness. Creates a special type of parent-child relationship between the object, the child or the detail, and the object. The relationship field is required in all detail records. The ownership and sharing of a detailed record are determined by the master record. Okay, so if you share the master, it shares all the associated ones. When a user deletes the master record, all the detailed records are deleted. Okay, you kill the parents, you kill everybody. Morbid. You can create a roll-up summary fields on the master record to summarize the detail records. Okay. The relationship field allows users to click on a lookup icon to select a value from a pop-up list. The relationship field allows users to click on a lookup icon to select a value from a pop-up list. The master object is the source of the values in the list. I don't understand that. Okay, maybe that'll make sense later on. Alright, we'll click next. For related to, choose property. And click next, next. Let's say it's house number, right? Child relationship name. Why do I want it to be favorite Tia? Or we're just going to click Save. Great job. Our favorite object is now set up. Now if you look at a property or contact record, you'll see that there's a favorite section in the related tab. Great. Now if you look at a property or contact record, let's go back to sales. If we go to a contact, property or a contact record, there's a contact. You'll see that there's a favorite section in the related. A favorite section. Oh, here. I'm honestly not sure what I just did. Create a master-detail relationship where property is the master and favorite is the detail. Oh, if this was favorited or not. Alright, so basically what this means is that Mr. Arthur Song here did not favorite, has not selected any properties as favorites. Okay. And then I should be able to go over to properties. Yeah, okay, so over here it was called favoritia. And if it was favorited, that would be there. Can I go back and rename this? Favorites. Fine. Alright. Cool. That was cool. Alright. You'll be completing this challenge in your own personal Salesforce environment. Choose from the drop-down menu, then click Launch. I got that going on right over here. If you use Trailhead in a language other than English, set the language of your Trailhead playground to English before you attempt this challenge. Want to find out more about using hands and orgs for Trailhead learning? Click the jump. Fine. Your challenge. The object you created for the previous challenge is pretty handy. Imagine how much more useful it would be if brokers could specify which client made an offer and which property the client wants to buy. Okay. Add two relationships to the offer object so brokers can capture this data in Salesforce. Add two relationships to the offer object so brokers can capture this data in Salesforce. Create a master detail relationship with a property object and a lookup relationship with a contact object. Sorry, I'm just cleaning out dough off my fingers. It's sick. Sorry. Making pizza upstairs. Okay. I'm pausing while I finish this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I did it. I was a little bit unclear because when you just explain what I think was unclear. So I created these relationships on the offer object, but here it's like yeah. Oh, my head's a little confused. Basically, when you name like the child, I don't know. we're gonna go for it. We're gonna cancel any changes I just made there, and we're just gonna see if I earned that challenge. Wow. Awesome. All right. Cool. Thanks, Trailhead. See you more later.